If you're someone who struggles with high blood pressure, I'm going to teach you how to bring your blood pressure down without any gimmicks, no complicated strategies. I'm going to keep this video really simple so that you can actually apply these things to your life and take action. Because that's the most important thing, is that I want you to watch this video. I want you to maybe write down 4 things that you can do differently from this video, and I want you to take action. I went with my mom to the doctor yesterday. And it was super frustrating. Like, to be honest, it gave me like way less hope in our medical system and how things work, because when I went there, they took her weight, the normal stuff. They took her vitals, then they took her blood pressure. And it was super high. It was like 155 over like almost 90. I think it was like 88. 155 over 88, which like I think that is almost in the like extreme hypertension range, which my mom has struggled with her blood pressure for the past several years. She's been on statins, and I took a trip with her to New York last year, where we were walking around her old neighborhood that she grew up in, and she actually fainted on the side of the road. And I had to call an ambulance, and I had to hang out with her by the ambulance. I had to like smack her to get her to wake up, because she legitimately was passed out on the side of the road with her eyes wide open but was not responding. One of the scariest and craziest moments of my life. Ambulance came, took her vitals. They said everything was normal. And then we get back to the West Coast, and we figure out that, okay, like these medications that she's been on, they are not working, right? And so she has been, anyways, long story short, she's been battling with trying to regulate her blood pressure and trying to get it back to normal. So one of the main things that me and her are going to be doing, because we went to this doctor's visit yesterday, they took her blood pressure. It was still super high. She's been taking it consistently and logging it almost every day. And it has been high, even though she is on all these different medications and things like that. And one of the main things that we noticed is that she has gained over 12 pounds of body fat, and my mom's only 5'2". She's 76 years old. So one of the best things that you can do if you want to improve your blood pressure is get back to a healthy body fat percentage. So I'm going to teach you guys some of the things that you should be doing, and I want you to just write them down. Write them down, jot them down, because blood pressure is the silent killer. It takes out so many people every single year because they just don't check their blood pressure. They don't know how to get it down. They just get on these medications and they think they're good. You still have to take care of the main underlying issues behind why your blood pressure is high. Some of it will come down to genetics. Some of it will come down to the fact that some people do need to be on medications, but that doesn't mean that you should not do these things in the video, okay? So, number 1 is going to be your nutrition. Now, if you want to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. This means that you need to be intaking less calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. How do you know how many calories your body should be consuming? Download my free calorie calculator in the description. It's going to give you your calories that you should be consuming. The next thing I want you to do is download MyFitnessPal or any sort of calorie tracking app like Chronometer and start tracking your calories on a food scale in grams. If that's overwhelming to you, use tablespoons, measuring cups, whatever, but just get started. I don't want there to be any barriers to entry. I just want you to download the app, start playing around with it, put some calories in there, see how it works, get familiar with the technology, and then start using it every single day. If my 76-year-old mom can learn how to use MyFitnessPal, I promise that you can learn as well. You just need to get started today. Just start today. And if your blood pressure is high, don't wait. Don't wait until tomorrow. You need to start losing fat immediately. And being in a calorie deficit is going to help with that. The next thing I want you to focus on is protein. So number 1 is calories. Number 2 is protein. Make sure that each meal is centered around a protein source. So for example, for breakfast, maybe you're having eggs with a Greek yogurt. For lunch, maybe you're having some grilled chicken breast in a salad. For dinner, maybe you're having some ground turkey tacos. Cool. Those are all great protein sources. Maybe you want to have a protein bar as a snack or a protein shake. For my mom, she's 76. She really doesn't need that much protein. So for her, like, she has her eggs and toast in the morning, she has her turkey sandwich for lunch, and then for dinner time, she'll usually do like roasted chicken or something like that. And then we usually give her a Fairlife protein shake in between meals just to make sure she's getting enough protein. So that's plenty for her. Don't overcomplicate how much protein you should be getting. Take your body weight in pounds right now and multiply it by 0.7. That's how many grams of protein you should be eating. If that seems like a lot, start with 100 grams and work your way up. Next, you want to talk about movement. Okay, so number 1 is calories, number 2 is protein, number 3 is movement. You want to be getting at least 7,000 to 9,000 steps per day. If you don't have a step tracker, that's fine. Just make sure you're going on like a 30-minute walk each day. That's going to cover you. And if you're doing other things like being active, my mom plays pickleball, she goes to Zumba classes, and she does her strength training classes at this local senior center that she goes to. So for her, it's a really great place for her because she just goes to the classes, she does what they tell her to do, and she doesn't have to think about it. If you need something like that, you can apply for one-on-one coaching where I will take the guesswork and all of the thinking on my end. I will apply that towards your program so you don't have to think about it. Okay, you can apply for that down below. I'll put in the description. But we want to get your blood pressure to a healthy range. So we want to make sure you're doing some sort of walking each day, and we want to make sure we're doing what's called zone 2 cardio. This is just cardio where you're getting your heart rate above like 120 beats per minute. This could be something like going on a treadmill at an incline, doing an elliptical for 20-30 minutes, or even a stair stepper, or just walking with, some weight on. If you can walk, I have some clients who walk with a weighted vest. That seems to work for them. But if you can, just get to the gym and use something like an elliptical, or even like a recumbent bike if you have a Peloton, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you're getting in at least like 2 to 3 times a week. Do some sort of zone 2 cardio along with your walking. So number 1, calories. Number 2, protein. Number 3, walking. Number 4, some sort of zone 2 cardio 2 to 3 times per week. If you can do those things and you're losing body fat, your weight on the scale is going down, I promise you your blood pressure will improve. You just may need to stay consistent with this for 2 to 3 months, and then make sure you're checking your blood pressure consistently, because if you don't have a cuff at home, I would recommend grabbing one on Amazon. They're like 20 bucks. And just take your blood pressure consistently on a daily basis and track it. And you'll see the improvements over time, okay? Don't sleep on this. Don't neglect it. It's super important that you guys take your blood pressure frequently and make sure it's in a healthy range, all right? Do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.